What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Tuesday. I'm doing pretty good myself. I come across this heinous story right here, and it's a shame. Comes out of the east side of Detroit, where you have this 23-year-old young man right here that his mother says has special needs. Okay, and what he's alleged to have done was beat his father to death, and the mother wants to know why. Because when she left to go to the store, everything just seemed fine. Okay, everything was all well and good. But when she came back home, she found her husband, deceased. Where, this young man is alleged to have just beat him to death. And then also, when she came back home, she asked him, as he was just sitting in the front room watching TV like nothing happened. She asked him what happened, what's going on, and he just sit there and he didn't say one word. Okay, now there's a lot of crazy things going on out here in the world, but we're talking about in America just alone. I come across another story that took place where you had a 19-year-old boy beat his father to death over a plate of food. Okay. Oh, by the way, this took place in just last March, on the 22nd, I think it was, of March, on a Saturday afternoon or evening or whatever. And like I said, the mother wants to know why this happened, but at the same time, she don't want her son locked up, because she say since he has special needs or what have you, that he needs psychiatric treatment, needs help. But the thing is this, when somebody commits a crime like this, they looking at jail. You see what I'm saying? Because if it was all about him, needing psychiatric, treatment, he should have been getting that in the first place before this even took place. But without further ado, I want us to check out this particular video clip, and then we'll get back to the commentary.
A Detroit man is behind bars after allegedly punching his father to death. Now his mother is sharing the heartbreaking story. 23-year-old Lamar Manasseh Jr. faces manslaughter charges. Police say he got into a fight with his father Saturday afternoon, and it escalated quickly. His mother says her son has special needs and is now searching for answers. CBS Detroit's Gino Vici joins us from Detroit with more.
Yes, I spoke to Lamar Manasseh Jr.'s mother, who, as you can imagine, is devastated. She is now dealing with the loss of her husband, and now her son, who she says is special needs, is charged with killing him.
It's so unreal.
Priscilla Poole is in shock and disbelief as she searches for answers about what happened Saturday afternoon between her son, 23-year-old Lamar Manasseh Jr., and her husband, Lamar Sr., inside their home on University Street near Chandler Park Drive.
But when I left, everything was okay. It was fine.
Poole says she left to get her husband and son food, but when she returned home about 20 minutes later, her husband was lying unconscious on the kitchen floor, so she called 911 and then asked her son what happened.
When I made it back to the house, my son was sitting in the room watching TV, watching cartoons. So I asked him, I said, "What did you do? What happened?" And he just looked at me. That's it.
Poole says her son is autistic and has never been violent. She also says mentally he's like an 8-year-old. But according to police, the father and son had a fight, and Lamar Jr. struck his father. Lamar Sr. died at the scene. Poole says she hasn't been able to talk to her son since he was taken into custody and charged with manslaughter, and says he needs his medication, but she still can't understand why this happened.
And it's just so sad.
Now, there is a bond hearing scheduled for tomorrow. At some point in the legal process, a mental competency exam will likely be scheduled. Meanwhile, Poole is finalizing funeral arrangements for her late husband. In Detroit, Gino Vici, CBS News, Detroit.
Tonight, a mother's heartbreak is on full display as she pleads for her son, who's been arrested and charged with murdering his father.
My son needs the help. He don't even need to be in jail.
She insists this case is far from straightforward, especially since her son is on the autism spectrum.
When the police came, he was sitting on the porch, like nothing ever happened.
Lamar Manasseh Jr. was arrested over the weekend, and police say their investigation reveals that a fight between him and his father escalated after an argument. It ended with Manasseh Jr. punching his dad in the head multiple times, resulting in his father's death. But the boy's mother believes police may not realize her son has a disability and probably doesn't fully understand what happened. Our Victor Williams sat down with her for a one-on-one interview tonight. Victor, she mentioned wanting to set the record straight and to stop the rumors.
Yeah, that's right. And this is just ahead of a bond hearing that's supposed to be happening in just a few hours at the top of Thursday morning. But in the meantime, while everyone's waiting, she wants everyone to know her son is not a monster at all.
This is hard on me, my husband, my son, and everything. This is so hard.
On Saturday, Priscilla Poole's world was shattered when she came home to find her husband, 53-year-old Lamar Manasseh Sr., allegedly killed at the hands of her son, 23-year-old Lamar Manasseh Jr.
I had just left. I was only gone for like 15 minutes. When I got home, he wasn't in a rage. He wasn't, jumpy or nothing like that. He was just calm, quiet.
Right now, it's believed that Lamar Sr. was punched in the head repeatedly at the family home, leading to his death. Lamar Jr. is now being charged with manslaughter, held on a $500,000 bond. But Priscilla's not even sure if investigators know about her son's disability to begin with.
He looked big. He's not your average 23-year-old. He got a mindset like an 8 or 9-year-old. He still plays with action figures and stuff like that.
Priscilla says she hasn't been able to contact anyone in the courts to let them know either.
I've been calling them for since Tuesday, since he got a rain.
Local 4 legal expert Neil Rockhind on what could happen next.
He's obviously an adult and he's obviously rather large. But the fact is if he suffers from some mental disability, and he could be deemed to be insane. What I would expect to happen tomorrow is I'm going to guess that his lawyer is likely to they're going to seek a bond reduction. My guess is that they're likely to seek a referral to the Center for Forensic Psychiatry.
Either way, Priscilla says she just wants the spread of misinformation to be calmed down. Apparently there are a bunch of lies going on out there about how Lamar Sr. died and the reason why.
People want to speculate and talk, and they don't know the situation, and they don't know what's really going on.
Keep it right here for any updates that we might have out of the courtroom. Also, by the way, if anyone out there wants to help this family at this rough and unfortunate time, we have all that information on our website. Click on Detroit.com. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Really is awful. Okay, Victor, thank you.
Okay, condolences to the mother and the wife of her husband and what have you for the loss, her loss and everything. But I got one question. Okay, if the mother stepped out to go and get some food for them to eat or what have you, and she came back and she saw this, how is she to say that they got into a fist, an argument, and then a fight ensued, and he beat the son to death? I mean, the son beat his father to death, excuse me. This is what I like to know. It's something strange about this, case right here. I have a scenario, you know what I'm saying? A couple of them, But the thing is this, okay, the mother also said, people talking a lot of stuff and they don't know what's actually going on. Tell us what's actually going on, because this don't sound right. I mean, to me, he's saying the young man is autistic, but he's not violent. Okay? But he winds up beating his father to death. Allegedly. You see what I'm saying? But like I'm saying is this. How you know he did it and you wasn't there? Could it be that somebody else stepped in and did this to this man and left this young man right here with special needs to take the blame for it? You see what I'm saying? And how convenient for the mother to step out and, you know what I mean, and go and get something or whatever, food, and then come back to find this and come up with this story that her son and her husband got into an argument, but you wasn't there. From what I'm understanding, it was only two people there, and that was the father and the son. This is what I'm saying. That's what's strange to me. Okay? Those are just a couple scenarios that I'm talking about. Could it be that somebody else came in the house when the mother conveniently left and then beat this man to death? This is all I'm saying, you know? And I haven't heard any of these other rumors that she's talking about people are talking. I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't seen anything else about this story. But I am curious as to know what these people are actually saying. Makes you wonder, huh? But what say you people? Tell me what you think about this particular situation in the comment section. That's if you can comment. Do you think there's something strange going on with this story or nefarious or what have you? Let me know in the comment section. People, like, share, and subscribe. And always remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.